Welcome back to the Al Franken Show. Lanny Davis is joining us. He's former special counsel to President Clinton, and his new book is Scandal, How Gotcha Politics is Destroying America. Now, Lanny, I want to get into this thing that we discussed on the phone the other day for quite a while. You wrote in the Wall Street Journal that there are a lot of anti-Semitic blogs being posted on liberal websites, and I have to tell you that I get anti-Semitic mail all the time. I mean, just constantly. You know, dear Jew face, you're a dumb Jew, F, you know, Jesus Christ is going to come down and F you and your stupid Jew rectum, you know, that kind of, all the time. I never go on and say, you know, Republicans are just anti-Semitic, and this is what's wrong with the Republican Party. Now, you wrote something, and it became very clear that you didn't know what posting was, you didn't know what a blog was, and that you put on these on things, you would credit like the Daily Kos with posting something that was a comment that came from who knows where, that could have come from a Republican, and blame the left on it. Now, I want to play for you Bill O'Reilly and his response to your op-ed piece, and then we'll get into this.
Writing today in the Wall Street Journal, former counsel of President Clinton, Lanny Davis's quote, "I came to believe that we liberals couldn't possibly be so intolerant and hateful because our ideology was famous for ACLU-type commitments to free speech, dissent, and especially tolerance for those who differed from us. Now, in the closing days of the Lieberman primary campaign, I have been reluctantly concluded that I was wrong." Well, Lanny Davis has learned what Washington Post columnist Richard Cohen learned, what Hillary Clinton has experienced, and what those of us who see things clearly have known for years. The far left in America is dominated by haters, people who despise their own country and who want to injure those with whom they disagree. These smear merchants are now all over the mainstream media and have spread like lice on the net. They are truly misguided and in some cases emotionally disturbed human beings.
Okay, he's talking probably about me. Play the first thing, because he quotes something you put in your letter to the Wall Street Journal. He quotes what you wrote.
The anti-Semitic stuff directed at Joe Lieberman is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. This was posted on the far-left Daily Kos website. Quote, "As everybody knows, Jews only care about the welfare of other Jews. We might better ignore all that Jewish propaganda by Lieberman about participating in the civil rights movement."
Okay, now, I asked you if you had looked at the thread on that blog, and you didn't know what a thread was.
Correct.
And of course, if you looked at that thread, if you'd bothered to go look at that thread, you would have seen that was a sarcastic remark to an anti-Semite who had made a comment, not a posting, a comment on the blog. And this guy was talking. The reason he brought up Joe's civil rights record was for a reason. Because he was saying a good thing about Joe, and then you didn't do the research. You didn't know enough about blogs when you did this, and then what happens is that this turns into right-wing propaganda for Bill O'Reilly, and this is exactly what the right wing wants to do. And they post stuff. They put comments on Move On, and they do anti-Semitic stuff, and they want people like you to fall for it.
Okay, where can I begin? Let's start with the most important thing is I made a mistake. Thanks to you, I went back and read the entire thread, and I determined that I had made a mistake. And when I originally read that comment, I did not view the context as it should have been viewed, as a sarcastic comment, and I made a mistake. My failure to distinguish blogs from comments may be that I am not as sophisticated as using the vocabulary. I certainly know the difference between a posted blog that's an official post by the owner or proprietor of the blog versus anybody who anonymously sends in comments.
Yes, but in your letter you gave it, people reading that would think that Daily Kos blogged that.
Yeah, that was a mistake. So the two mistakes were not differentiating comments from blogs and not understanding that the context of that particular one that I...
We only have about 25 seconds. I'm sorry, Lanny.
It was sarcastic, but I don't endorse the way that Bill O'Reilly characterize my views. I don't think we're dominated by haters. I agree with you. They're atypical, but they're so concerned that the Anti-Defamation League wrote MoveOn.org, which is now taking down anti-Semitic comments. So
as soon as they found them, they took them down.
And which I applaud them for.
And Eli Pariser is Jewish.
And I
Thanks, Lanny.